Today I'm with Michael. Michael, how old are you?
40.
40 years old. I see that you're in a wheelchair. You're missing your left leg
My left leg.
and your right.
Right, possibly here soon.
You might be losing your right leg soon.
Yes, sir.
What's that due to?
That's due to infection from a cell plate. Got into well, let's just say argument. And I came up on the short end of that, you could say, so far. As in one state.
Got into an argument?
Yeah, and it wasn't over nothing too proud to be. A couple $100. And, you know, and that's the way it is out here on the streets, basically. You know what I mean? It's either you come up short or you end up glorious. Sometimes you're both losers. You know, just because you win one battle doesn't necessarily mean you don't have consequences on the other one. And what I do mean by that is being flat out, you know? And it doesn't really matter how you look at it. One way or another, you're a loser. That's just basically the way it is. And who's to say you're not old enough or young enough to end up on one of these situations, ordeals, scrapas, whatever you want to call it, you know?
Yeah, it could happen to anybody, but were you out in the streets? Were you running around in the streets with a gang, or what were you doing?
Oh yeah. I was running around out there with, you know, the neighborhood. I really rather not say one neighborhood, but whether you're brown or you're black or even mixed, there's always a neighborhood with every color, with every scenario, basically. Like, you know, it's just, you know, the neighborhood and the streets. Well, there's no way to look at it. It's the same. You gotta be in the streets one way or another, whether it's a way of living or actually just a wannabe way of life, you should say.
Do you regret living that lifestyle?
Honestly, amen, every day. There's not a day that goes by.
What about it?
You know what I mean? Saying just like that. Every day that scenario pops up on you. And honestly, I do regret it. Every day I'm out here.
For the young guys out there, the young kids that are, you know, running around the street, what any advice for them?
Oh yeah, every day you wake up and you put on your shoes, or you want to put on a t-shirt that matches the color or a certain style, just because that's what's going on in the streets. You better think about it before you actually make that extra step and start putting ink, start putting in fights, start putting in whatever you want to do with that neighborhood or everybody you grow up with. Just think about it. Just think about how later on in life you're gonna think about your family more. Think about gatherings. And I'm not talking about neighborhood, none of that. I'm talking about your actual family. Think about them, and then think about yourself. Then think about yourself, and then think about them. every other day switch it on because you're going to get older, miss all these things. And it sounds funny, but man, I'm telling you, you're gonna miss so much of your parents, so much of your actual real friends, your actual real family, and then sooner or later, it's gone, and you're going to just sit there missing, wishing. You know what I mean?
Michael, when did you lose your left leg?
It's going on about 2 years now, and it still hasn't healed. I got the diabetes, I got cancer now. I got congestive heart failure now. And I do all that because of the neighborhood living, being in them streets, doing the small things that make you sometimes survive at night, doing that extra little bit of, let's just say, doing that little extra cigarettes. Just to stay up at night or do dumb, just to get that extra 10% of courage. And not with none of the health, none of the health problems I got now, not with none of that.
Michael, I met you about a year ago.
A year
ago, I asked you if you wanted to be interviewed, and you said no. A year ago, right? A year ago, you could speak a little bit better. I could understand you a little bit better. You're a little bit more clear with talking, and your right leg wasn't swollen the way it's swollen now. So you have congestive heart failure. You have diabetes, and you have cancer.
And do all that, and it still has nothing the effect on the street life that I've been having to do to change this scenario, make me want to talk more things I've been seeing in the streets, more things that I've even had to do in a wheelchair personally just to survive. And that's the sad part. Somebody in a wheelchair still doing things to survive in the streets should not have to do as a man with 3 legs should have to do in the streets, if you know what I'm saying, as far as putting in that kind of work. And it's nothing to inherit as far as financially, nothing to inherit pridefully and emotionally for no man to have to do, and that's to speak out more freely about what I've done. Let's just say that they make movies around things like this, and they put pride or courage back on it. Not out here. You will not see nobody getting nothing but in federal tar. I will keep my mouth shut on that. But God honest the truth, nobody should have to do things like that. That's just plain and simple.
Michael, are you using blues?
Honestly, I have been using them more and more as of lately. Every day it's become 1, every other day 2, then it's up to 4 a week. Before you know it, you're almost doing them every day, and it's sad to say that is one drug that I can honestly admit that I noticed myself growing an addiction to. Why? because I'm sleeping more than 2 hours a day in a full day, and sometimes it's less, and that's sad. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to have to stay up on the streets that long doing nothing, I'm telling you, we lose our damn minds if you're not. You wonder why you see people out there talking to themselves and just, well, I can't understand that, but I can understand the staying up all day bored as shit. You know what I mean? Finding myself with some irregular hobbies, like drinking coffee all day, you know, and just like reading all day.
Michael, does your family know that you're out here?
Yeah, I have family members that know I'm out here.
Do they help you?
No. If I do ask for it, I do get the help, but I do not like to ask them for nothing. It's just because of the fact I know their struggle and I know my struggle, and I do understand, you know, the financial end of it, and more anything the stress obligation that only get older themselves, but to me, but to us, and what we have, you know, that's a big thing, you know. The less I'm around, I figure the less stress. You know, I try not to deprive my dad or any of that, you know, and gain like too much from that, you know.
Do you have children?
Yeah, I got a son.
How old is your son?
He's gonna be 20.
20 years old?
Yeah.
How would you feel if he was out here using blues at 20 years old?
Man, yeah, I'm gonna leave that blank censored. He knows, like, that's one thing you in the wheelchair. You know, my dad loves me, and he's still tooth and nail, you know what I mean? Like, and he knows that about that life, you know, that I can still get, whoever's doing whatever with him, they can get it too. But they, you know, I don't like to. I can't even think about it.
If your son or if your family, friends see this video, what message do you have for them?
Just for them to know that, you know, regardless, you know, I'm always gonna love them, no matter what they do or choose, or even, I could say, opinion that they have on me, because, you know, a lot of people that do know me, a lot of family that do know me, they know that my ways haven't changed that much, besides maybe the caring and loving aspect of them. You know, a lot of things have changed in life, and I think more with my heart now. You know, it brings tears to my eyes every time I think about them. But you know what? It's for the better. You know, just to even open up and share it a little bit with y'all.
What hopes and dreams do you have for your future, Michael?
Mine, honestly, is to get cleaned up and I know it might sound funny, but you need a little bit of help, you know? And I am going to get like maybe even Social Security or something that small that, you know, my family that I do have are friends that they step up and help me out. You know what I mean? And, you know, even if it's a situation, hey, look, check this out, brother. Hey, check this out, cousin. Check this out, homeboy. This is what you could do with a little bit of investment here, a little investment there, and it helped me better myself.
Michael, would you want me to call like a homeless shelter or a treatment center to come pick you up? Would you want that?
Honestly, I really would.
Okay.
And I wouldn't mind that.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll call them. I'll give them your location and that you're requesting help from a shelter or from a treatment center to see which one can get here faster. Okay. I'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll follow up with you to see where you ended up going. I'm gonna give you my number so we can stay in contact. Okay.
Okay.
So for now, Michael, I'm gonna say thank you very much for talking to me, sharing your story. Again, I met you last year. You weren't ready to talk back then, but now you are ready to talk, and I appreciate you talking, sharing a little bit of insights as far as what's going on with you. I hope that you do get better very soon. I hope that you can save your right leg. I'm gonna hand you a donated blessing bag from one of my subscribers, a friend of mine. Her name is Shorty.
Okay, yeah, I heard about this.
So there's a bag.
All right, this is from Shorty?
Yeah, it's from Shorty.
All right.
Are those items that you could use?
Yes, sir. I actually have some winter gloves in here that I actually do need. But I'm going through some like nervously and carpal tunnel. I got a sweater. And I actually got some gentleman wipes here, body wipes, blanket. I got a letter right here, which she wishes for me to read, and I do not mind read actually. That's one thing that I can't do is read. That's all I do is read. Granted, that's not had nothing to do with the cell phone issue. Even though you have to have an app for everything. I'll get it up for right now and live. That's one thing though, I like that. I like the card, look at that.
What kind of card is that?
It's a Dallas Cowboys card. I'll give it that. That's one thing I do like is the Cowboys card.
You're a Cowboys fan?
No, I'm actually a Buccaneers fan. So that'll give away a lot more my whatever my deal. But I do like the whatchamacallit, the embroidering on it. Let's see. It says, first, I want to say thank you for accepting this blessing bag. My family and Jesse helped me make for you. I only ask that you do so, do me a favor and say a prayer for me as I battle my struggles with depression, anxiety, and awful thoughts as well. That I do understand too, because I know depression's really for real. Like depression and anxiety is one thing you can't just put that out as a female thing or an old person's thing, you know. That's real, like I'm only 40 years old, and that's okay. When you can please pay it forward and bless someone by simply being a friend and helping someone in need. I hope these items help out a little. Be safe and please call Art to go to treatment. We really do care and pray for you. Love, Shorty. And that I could really, I could really probably do here soon, like I mentioned,
Yeah.
That treatment, that's gonna be something that you need.
Yeah.
You gotta have some kind of background, and some kind of forwardmost too, you know what I mean? Like, someone to look forward and help you out,
So, Michael, thank you very much for talking to me. I appreciate you. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I'm going to call the treatment center, okay? I'm going to call them and see what they say, okay?
Thank you.